conversation, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? Appreciate everybody that's
Hey,
tapping
what
in.
is
Let's
up?
get it.
How's everybody doing tonight? I know we got a whole bunch of people in the building already because the chat's been lighting itself up for at least the last 10 minutes. How's everybody doing tonight? This is the inaugural, the first ever Rapping for Days. We are going to do this 8 Central, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, Sunday nights to be the final post-game show that you consume after every Vikings game. Got to work out the details of what we're going to do for Monday nights and Thursday night games, but you get the point. So hit those like buttons, hit the subscribe buttons. We got how many people in the we got at least 12 by my count. I've seen at least 12 different names going on. Who's all in about? Let's get some shout outs right out the way.
Yeah, man. We got a bunch of people going to tap in tonight. We got 15 in the building right now, man. Let's get some shout outs out of the way real quick, man. We got David Ditter in the building, man. Let's go, David. Appreciate you tapping in with us tonight, man. We got 66666 in the building, man. And we don't mean the devil, man. My boy just got the name 6 Shooter, man. You already know what time it is. Shout out my boy. Shout out my boy, man. We got Sodak, man. Sodak in the building. Listen, we holding the first tournament tonight. I actually was in the process of doing it, and then I seen that the show was about to start, so I had to hurry up and switch back over. But we starting the process. We starting the tournament tonight, man. Best Purple Gang handle, man. Sodak gonna be in the building, man. We got My Worthless Opinion, Norsefius, man. We're gonna see what other names in there we're gonna add. It's only gonna be 4 tonight. The winner out of that, we're gonna drop it over to the next 4. Know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good tournament, man, and we're gonna do a giveaway. That's a fact, man. So y'all make sure y'all hitting them votes when I drop them things in there, man. But shout out my boy Sodak, man. Shout out my boy Sodak. You already know, man. Y'all see that picture right there, man. Sodak did that. You know what I mean? Bob, Mr. I Wanna Mock, man. Listen, Bob, you know, real quick, Bob, if your handle was Mr. I Wanna Mock, I would have added you to the tournament. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. Your name's still fire, Bob. Sweet. I like it, but I don't think it's tournament worthy, man. I think it's going to be a disappointment if I add you into the tournament, man. But, you know, hey, you got time to go change that Twitter handle, man, by the next time we go. I mean, the Purple Gang. We're going to call it the Purple Gang handle, man, by the time we go live again. And you can enter the tournament, man, because I think Mr. I Wanna Mark might have a chance to win, man. Know what I'm saying? But shout you out, man. Shout out I Wanna Mark. My guy, Gary, man. Papa Gary in the building. Gary? Let's get it, man. We got Nick Howard in the building, man. Shout out Nick Howard. Shout out Nick in the building, man. We appreciate you tapping in. You know what, man? Let me crank it up a little bit, man. I don't think the horn popping tonight, man. We gonna get this Rick.
Get that up just a touch.
We gonna hit the Ric Flair claps, man. Let's get it, man. Shout out Raymond in the building, man. Shout out Raymond in the building, man. We got De Niro in the building, man. Purple Gang, let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. We got JJ Nephew in the building, man. Shout
What's
out
up,
Nephew in the building, man.
I
see your nephew. I see your nephew, man. I see your nephew. Let's get it. Hey, people go, hey, y'all talking crazy in the chat already. Not in a bad way, you know what I mean? Just a lot. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody. Let's see McAndrews. I see you, McAndrews. Shout out McAndrews in the building. My boy Knowledge, man. Hope the family doing good, man. Purple Gang member. You already know what time
been a minute.
It is,
good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Too Evil, man. My Too Evil twin. Let's go, man. We got Dave Thibodeau. Shout out Dave Thibodeau, man. Let's go.
Up,
football
baby?
Going. Let's get it. We got Cody, man. Shout out my boy Cody. Hi, Cody. Norse in the building. Shout out Norse, man.
I've been checking my mailbox every day for you, Norsefius. I know it said the 29th, but I'm still checking it every day.
Let's go,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Let's go, man. Shout out Norse, man. We got Zed in the building, man. Shout out Zed in the building.
Z, what's up?
My guy. I see you, my guy, man. How you going? Oh, let's see, man. Let's see. I just want y'all know, man, we can't miss nobody. Y'all been going so crazy in the chat before we even got to get the party started. I think we good. I think we caught up. Man. Eric from New Mexico. Shout out Eric from New Mexico, man. Shout out Eric from New Mexico. Hey, man, let's get right into it, Day, man. You know what? Like, this is the thing. First of all, what happened today? All right, so what I heard about today, I mean, I know one thing we're going to talk about happened yesterday during joint practices, but what I want to talk about real quick to pop the show off is, we signed the quarterback today, which I thought we brought him in from the XFL, Ta'amu, which I actually liked him in college. You know what I'm saying? I actually liked him, but I know we actually put the ink to the paper right today. So, how we feeling about that, man? Is that a sign that maybe Jaren Hall isn't looking that good, or what are you thinking?
I do not think that whatsoever. I think that they're probably at the spot where that officially makes Kirk Cousins is not. If we didn't already know that Cousins wasn't going to play any of these preseason games, we know that now. I think that they just want an extra body in for right now that they have the room for it, because I think that they're going to want to start Jaren Hall next week, and they're just not going to want to play Nick Mullins either. So they need to have another quarterback in there to take a few of the snaps in the third preseason game. I don't think that, I mean, again, Jaren Hall is a 5th-round draft pick. He's not going to come in, and I mean, unless his name was DTR, which both you and I wanted DTR real bad, by the way. I mean, but that's a whole nother conversation we can have. But no, I don't think this really reflects bad on Jaren Hall. I think it's just, hey, we're going to sit out Kirk Cousins, and we're probably going to sit out Nick Mullins, because at this point, maybe he gets some playing time tomorrow. He probably will, because I don't think they're going to give Jaren Hall the whole game, and I don't think they're going to put this new guy in tomorrow with no practice whatsoever. So I think it's just another camp body per se. I don't think it's anything about Hall. I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
he's Jared Mahomes Hall, for crying out loud. He's fine.
He is Jared Mahomes Hall. He is Jared Mahomes Hall. You know what I'm saying? He is that. He is that. So, I don't know, man. You can look at it a couple different ways, I guess, but yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, man. Like, because in preseason, you want to have some arms, you want to have some peoples there that you can give a look to, man. You know what I mean? You definitely want to have some quarterbacks you can give a look to, because you never know. You just never know what could happen. So shout out to him, though, man. I like him. He definitely has mobility. You watch him in the XFL, man. He was doing his thing last year in the XFL in that season, man. Actually was balling out. Now, mind you, it's XFL competition, which, not to take anything away from those guys. Those guys are still really good football players, some of the best in the world still, although it's in a minor league, so to say. But man, some guys are NFL fit, man. Think about the situation with PJ Walker, coming in and putting on a show with the Panthers, and he was coming from the XFL, or was it the USFL? I think it was the XFL, because he was playing for the Roughnecks. I remember watching him. So it's not to say he'll ever be our starter, be our future, but as a good backup, though, like, I think I like him. I think he can compete with Mullins, man, if you're talking about skill set, if you're talking about what he can bring to the table. Another thing, too, real quick, is I like the fact of it, because maybe Kevin O'Connell's just getting used to, let's go ahead and get used to having our mobile quarterback for the draft next year. You know what I'm saying? Because next year, that's the direction we go in. So let's just start practicing for it now. We need a guy we can do some simulations with.
Shout out Skull for Life in the building. What's going on, SFL? Good to see you.
Shout out Skull for Life, man. I gotta add one more name to the tournament real quick, man. Let me see, man. Who we gonna add to the tournament real quick? Let me add some name. Let me see, man, because then we're gonna have that's who I forgot to add. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see. My two evil twin, man. Two evil. There we go. All right, man. We gonna get it, man.
Shout out Steve in the building as well. Good evening, Steve. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you as well. And of course, VAQ, embrace the suck. You might need to add that one to the list.
Oh, is he in here?
VAQ is in here as of 3 minutes ago. So you gotta have him.
All right. So like, he actually, so I can only do 4 at a time. So we're gonna have a sweet 16. So next stream, we're gonna do 4 more. I think this stream, embrace the suck, like, that name is fire, and I think he's gonna have a good chance to be in the final 4. You feel me? So what we'll do is, I'm gonna do this one first. So this is the one for tonight, all right? Because these guys were in the building. So this is round 1, man. Best purple gang name, man. Round 1. You know what I'm saying? Y'all drop the votes, man. Y'all drop y'all votes. We're gonna see who got the best one. You know what I'm saying? And yes, you can vote for yourself. You know what I mean? At least give yourself a vote. You feel me? But Hey, this is gonna be fun, man. I'm so glad I figured out how to do that poll shit in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be doing all kind of stuff with that. But yeah, man. But I'm liking it. I'm liking it, man. Shout out Embrace the Suck, though, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Skull for life in the building, too, man. Shout out my boy, man. I see you. I see you, man. I want to give a shout out to Skull for Life Barber. My boy Skull Zone in the building, man. Shout out Skull
What up,
Zone in the
Zone?
building, my guy, man. Listen, shout out Skull Zone real quick, y'all. Skull Zone is the one who got me the Randy Moss shirt. I know I told y'all he got me the Randy Moss shirt and the Randy Moss jersey, man. So shout out my guy Skull Zone, man. Listen, he does Madden streams. He got some funny ass streams over there off Amazon, man, where he quit Amazon. Like he was like vlogging and he was just like complaining and quit Amazon. It's funny as shit, man. Go check my boy out, man. I'm telling you, man. If you want to laugh, man, check my boy out. My boy got a fire channel over there, man. He do a little bit of everything, man. So go over there and rock with him. Y'all know how we do, man. I'm telling you right now, man. And Gary, I don't know what's going on, Gary. I see everybody saying they praying for you, but man, text me, man. Let me know what's going on. Text me. I was just talking to you before the show too, so I hope everything's all right, man, for sure. We'll talk about it. Let's see. I don't think they want Hall to play better, but I'd be surprised if Hall lost his job to Jordan. Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you. I feel the same way. You know, I feel the same way, man. Like I think
Mike,
Jordan definitely gonna put pressure on him.
Shout out to Mike Castellino, the king of Vikings Twitter Spaces. What's going on, brother? Thanks for joining us. Shout out to Nephew's brother, and I must probably butcher it, so you can correct me, but is it Tomika? Is that how you say it?
Tomioka.
Tomioka. Okay.
Yeah,
shout out to
Tomioka.
you as well.
Yeah, man. Shout out Tomioka, man. I see it. Shout out my boy K Fizzle, man. K Fizzle gonna be in the name battle. He gonna be in the name battle. So we got two for the next one already. We got Embrace the Suck and K Fizzle, man. K Fizzle definitely gonna join the name battle, man. You know, hey, we might even put Tomioka in there. You know what I mean? Because Tomioka,
that's true.
Tomioka, that's a good name. You know what I'm saying? Like for the ones who like, I guess that's more like anime type style, maybe. I don't know, man. I'm 34 years old now, so I can't keep up with that stuff. But shout out Jim NFL, man. Appreciate you, Jim. Appreciate you tapping in, man. We got Tony Bell in the building. I see you, Tony.
Tony, what do you think of the Triangle Committee? You know, why don't you give us your thoughts on Kwesi? I mean, Mark Wilf and company. Yes, you ought to listen to his take about how much he loves the Wilfs. Let's just leave it at that. So, but anyway,
yeah. Skulls don't say every time I hear good about Ivan Pace, how good Ivan Pace is doing, I think of rap. I was on the fence. Hey man, listen.
Hey.
It's crazy. My short I did like 3 months ago saying like, this is who I really want the Vikings to get and all. This was like before the draft and all. Like it's starting to go crazy. Like people are commenting and shit on there now. It's like picking up speed and stuff now. People are like, oh, you called it and shit, man. I'm like, man, you know, it is what it is, man. I ain't trying to get no flowers for it. I just knew the dog been a savage.
That guy was, I mean, I was surprised that they got him. And I was pleasantly surprised, but I was only at about 2/3 on the hype train as you were at the beginning. Yeah. But this kid might be the starting line. He might be a starter at this point.
Kevin O'Connell, them talking about, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I said it last week when it's just like, hey, they gave him the green dot, which is, hey, that's the guy they call the plays into on the defense. And, you know, some people's like, oh, it's no big deal. It's a preseason game. I'm like, no, the fact that you trust that kid enough, even in a preseason game, to be given that responsibility tells me he's picking up on it. And, you know, you put out that one play where he just ran into that guard in Seattle last week and just ran the guy over and then just got up and was just like, yeah, I'm half your size and I just knocked you out. But,
and he did that all on film in college, bro. All on film. Like he's doing what we seen and what we're going to see tomorrow night as well. Because I'm going to tell you, some people are like, when it comes to pace, some people are like, well, you know, let's see if he keeps it up. You know what I mean? And I look at it like, well, you know, I went back and watched a ton of his games now in the past like in the past like 3 weeks. I went back and even watched more. You know what I mean? Just to see. And you know, like, and he called it in one of his interviews, which again, I've mentioned that he sound kind of cocky and shit, but he He told in his combine interview, he said, "Man, I don't care about guards because I just rip their face off, bro." And you know what I mean? Like, and it sounded like a dick. You know, he sounded like a dick saying it because it's like, bro, like, chill out. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't even get drafted. That was before the draft happened, but still, you know, you ain't in the NFL. Yeah, you better watch what you say because these dudes gonna put you on your ass. But you know, and maybe he'll get his wake up call. I'm sure there is gonna be a guard or somebody who gonna
there
show
will.
him. Sure,
Absolutely.
for sure. He will get his welcome to the NFL moment. That's a fact. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that happens to the best of them. But you know, as of now, though, man, you know, I've seen him do it so much. It's just, you know, I like what I saw, man, and you know what I mean. I'm glad he's a Viking. You know what I mean? I'm definitely glad he's a Viking for sure.
No, absolutely. Shout out East Coast Gridiron. You must
my
have had
boy
some
East
rabbit
Coast,
ears because right when we start talking Ivan Pace, here comes your boy.
Oh, and shout out and listen, and everybody in the chat, man. You know, the bet me and East Coast had about Ivan Pace, you know, East Coast, like a man, stood on what he stood on, man, and he actually already sent me the $100. Like yesterday, he messaged me and was like, "Man, listen, man, what's your cash app, man? I'm gonna go ahead and send you the bread,
Yeah,
bro."
just
he
get
doing
this
good,
over
and
with.
he wished him well, man. So you know, shout out to East Coast, man. It's a stand up dude, man, for sure, man. You know what I mean? And on top of everything he did for JJ, man, everything he did for the JJ mission, JJ, man.
Absolutely.
So shout out East Coast, man. He going above and beyond, bro. Always supporting, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe over there. And every time I'm over there, when I tap in with him, I try to make sure I return the favor and drop some dimes in the super chat too for him, man. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie. So we just spread the love, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. But look, I feel like I missed somebody, man. Sandy J, man. Sandy J. Shout out Sandy J, man.
Nice
East Coast over here gifting everybody with purple gang tags, man. Shout out Jazz in the building. I see you, Jazz. I see you, Jazz, man. Listen, my boy East Coast gifting people with the gang, man. The gang tags. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, man. Let me see. Let me make sure I ain't miss nobody, man.
Hockey Tay 5.
Yeah, there we go. I was about to say, I know I seen a name. There we go, man. I need Day to keep up with them names, man. Y'all popping in. Don't sneak in on me now. Don't sneak in on me, man. Wipe your feet out the door. Make sure y'all hitting that like button too,
Yes,
man. Hit
please.
the like button. Hit the like button. But let's talk about Garrett Bradbury, man. In this video we seen, y'all. Like, how we feeling about this? You know, how are we feeling about Garrett Bradbury getting, you know, straight manhandled in a video? Like, I was hype about Christian Darrisaw, hence to why we have him on, you know, on the dang thumbnail. And my thing is this, man. Like, why in the world did we have to get back like that? You know, like, God damn. Woo. How you feel about it, man?
I did not like the Garrett Bradbury re-signing in the first place, but once I saw how much money he got and the fact that it's a 3-year contract, but it's really a 1-year contract with a bunch of funny money behind it, and the fact that it was below market value. I mean, we didn't get Garrett Bradbury back for 11 million. It was only about 4 or 5.
Right.
At 4 or 5, it's kind of one of those, well, I guess you can just kind of live with it. But to answer your question, that video made him look like he was a junior varsity player going up against a varsity player. I mean, I know it's only one rep in practice.
I think it was worse than that. I don't even think the levels were that close. I think it was more like, let's say,
like
B
8th
team.
grade.
Yeah. Let's say B team going against a varsity player. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. So it was one rep. And yes, he totally got beat. His technique was wrong. But it's like, we were talking before we hit live. If this was like an isolated incident with a first or a second year player, you could kind of chalk it up to, okay, it's one-on-one in practice. You have no help. It's mano-a-mano. Stuff's going to happen. But this is year 5 for Garrett Bradbury. This is, you did not get your 5th-year option picked up. They re-signed you to a below-market contract because you accepted that knowing you probably wasn't going to get anything better on the open market. And it gets back to the lack of addressing this offensive line, particularly on the interior. Yes, we got ourselves straight at the tackle position. We all know that. But nah, man, it was not a good look for Garrett Bradbury. And like I said, I'm really getting hyped about this defense, and that I think Brian Flores is absolutely going to be able to do enough to make the defense respectable. But we're going to run into the same problems offensively. We can talk about Addison replacing Thielen. That's all well and good. We can talk about, how we're going to use our running backs differently. That's all well and good.
Right.
But if you're building your team around Kirk Cousins in the passing game with Jefferson and company, everybody knows Kirk Cousins' weakness is just blitz him up the middle.
Right.
Because one, he's not a very mobile quarterback to begin with, and two, he's got a weak offensive line.
He's not a very mobile quarterback. He's not mobile at all.
Yeah,
he's not mobile at all.
I'm being generous. To
yeah,
say
you
the
being
least.
real generous, man.
To say the least.
You being real generous. Shout out Yogi in the building,
What's
man.
up,
We got Yogi, man. Big Unk in the building, man. You already know what time it is, man. Shout out Yogi, man. The real MVP of a lot of this shit, man. For real, man. Shout out my boy, man.
When I saw that, I was just like, oh man, that's bad. That is a bad look. Real quick before we get too far, shout out to Hiking Combat who's in the building. Also, shout out to you. We mentioned your name. We almost got
shout out to Hiking Combat, man. Yeah, we don't want to miss nobody, man. We like to give everybody their shout out, man. If you in the building, man, just make sure you wipe your feet at the door, man. That's all we ask.
We are simulcasting on both channels, by the way. If you could hit the like button on both the channels. Young Cringe is in the house as well. What's up, Young
Cringe? Man, Young Cringe hit me, man. Young Cringe, man. If you go watch my last video, man, at the very end, man, I gave you a shout out, man. I said, Young Cringe commented on one of my videos and said, the Vikings haven't won a preseason game since 2019.
Yeah.
Bro, that is crazy, bro. Shout out Young Cringe, man. Shout out Young Cringe. Although we don't like it, man. You know what I mean? But shout out Young Cringe in the building, man.
Hey, say hello to Patrick. Patrick Harms in the building. What's going on, Patrick? Good
Patrick,
to see you as
well. My guy. Shout out Patrick in the building, man. You know what I mean? You get you let me get a. Let's go, man.
We got our boy Al Smith in the building as well.
We got Al in the building. Damn, man. I'm missing all these people, man. Shout out Al, man. My eyes. I might need to take these glasses off, man. I'm missing all my peoples in the building.
Oh, no, that's why you got me,
Yeah, exactly, man. Co-pilot, man. Me and Dave, we be flying this motherfucker like goddamn, I don't know no famous pilot, so don't even, just forget I said that joke. Shout out Two-Tone Tony in the building. I see
What's
you
up,
people,
Two-Tone?
Packer gang. You mean Pace gang. I know you meant Pace gang.
No, he said Packer's gonna. Oh, yeah.
Packer's gonna suck through 2024. I agree, man. Shout out Northfield. Or shout out Jim, I mean. Yeah, shout out Jim, man. Packer's gonna suck through 2024. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. We do not like the Packers over here. You know what I mean? We don't like the Packers, man. The Packers are garbage. I need my boy Yogi in the building. Trash. You know what I'm saying?
See, Yogi you do the garbage
the best, he does the trash,
and Yogi does the trash the best.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Man. Hey, me and him be hitting that shit natural too. It'd be fire.
Hey, shout out to Steve who just hit my channel up for a sub. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe over there, man. The purple and gold for days, man. Make sure y'all go tap in with the brother, man. Listen, he's been growing crazy, bro. Like for real, dropping content, being consistent. You know what I mean? And as y'all in the chat, man, that's one thing y'all gotta appreciate, man. When you supporting these content creators, man, consistency. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, this shit is a job, man. This
it really
is a job. Like it's a second job, man. We put in a lot of work, man, to do videos every day and try to put thought into this stuff, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all the real MVPs, man. Got us going, man. Shout out Dave L in the building. Speaking of the shout outs.
What's up?
Shout out Dave L in the building, man. The wolf. You know what I'm saying? That's the wolf for the damn pack, man. You know what I mean? Dave L used to always tell me, rap, man, you tripping, man. You don't know what the hell you talking about, man. Listen, that boy ain't good. What the hell you talking about? But then he'd be like, you still my boy, though. You still my boy, Dave. But listen, we're going to have to agree to disagree tonight. You know what I mean? Me and Dave, we go back and forth for real, man. Shout out my boy, though. I like him. He keep me on.
Hey, shout out our boy Holden as well. What's up, Holden? Good to see you.
Holden in the building, man. I was rocking with you over at Mike Sports Vibe show, man. I was over there with you, man. So shout out Holden in the building, man. Me and him,
I saw him
over
last
there in the
night
building.
on Skull Zone.
Man, I be everywhere, man. Yeah. I be everywhere. I be popping in everybody's show. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm active out here, man. I try to go and support all my fellow content creators, man, for sure. So, if you don't see me on your show one night, it's because I'm probably on another show somewhere commenting and going crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a Vikings content creator, man. I'm there.
You better believe that.
I'll always see my tag in there, man. I'm there. You know what I mean? Like for sure, man. Let's see, Gary, it's live. Let's see, man. Who do we miss? I feel like somebody popped in that we ain't see, man. Nobody. But listen, this the thing. Titans, right? So how do you feel about the joint practices? What we did? Like, what'd you see, Day? Like, I mean, do you feel? Because you know what's crazy? I think about it. Like, we're on Vikings Twitter. So it's obvious that we're going to see like all the good stuff. So today I said, you know what? Let me wander around the block real quick, man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me go look at Titans Twitter and see like, you know, what they got going on. And it'll
Right.
be crazy. It'll amaze you that if you go over there and watch their Twitter, like it'll look like they did us dirty, bro. It'll look like they were dominating us. Their wide receivers were doing the same. You know what I'm saying? Like their players were doing the same. Though you got to understand that, you know, and the Titans are garbage. Like we're not gonna sit here. I'm not sitting here boosting the Titans up. You know, y'all know it's F the Titans. Like it's purple over everything. But I'm just saying though, it's crazy how if you go look at the opposing team that we went to practice with and you just watch theirs, you would be like, damn, the Vikings trash. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
then you watch ours, you would be like, damn, the Titans trash. Like it just be like that. It just be like that. I'm just saying.
Well,
man.
it's the preseason. Everybody's 0-0, and everybody thinks that their team made all kinds of good moves in the offseason. It's hope selling season because right now all 32 teams have hope.
Yeah.
And guess what? After week 1, 16 teams are going to be like, yeah, we going undefeated. And 16 teams be like, are we going to win a game this year? So, you know what? Next week, it'll be the same thing. Cardinals Twitter be like, man, them Vikings is trash. We thought we were going to have a bad season, but we're better than. Listen, there's the day number 1 of the joint practices. Both the defenses dominated in the 2-minute drill because they both came up with interceptions and they both shut down the other teams. Yes, there were times where, Malik Willis hit a 50-yard bomb on us because we.
Damn, you had to say his name like that. Malik? Damn.
Malik Willis. Ain't that how
it's Malik. It's Malik, but I guess it's from where you're from. You know, you are from how you say Minnesota? You are from Minnesota, how you say
Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So I guess Malik works.
But the point is that yes, Brian Flores, he's trying different things. And it happened exactly as I've been saying for the last month and a half.
Right.
There's going to be times where the Flores defense is going to be so different from what we saw last year that we're going to actually sack a quarterback on 3rd and 8, and we're going to force another team to punt. And on 3rd and 8, we're going to give up 50-yard bombs because that's what happens when you're aggressive and when you blitz a lot. And I'm okay with it from the standpoint I'd rather have that as my defense, a defense that has a chance to knock somebody out, but at the same time has a chance to get counterpunched in the face, than last year's defense where we just sat there and let them jab and right hook us all game long. So, yeah, there's going to be times where even in practice, we're trying different stuff. The coverages got busted. Like Harrison Smith one time came on a blitz and he wasn't supposed to. He was supposed to stay back, and that's why a wide receiver was wide open. That's going to happen. If you look at Titans Twitter, you'll see just as many highlight plays as we see on Vikings Twitter. We see JJ catching passes and touchdowns. We see Osborne catching touchdowns, and we thinking, wow, our offense looks unstoppable. Everybody's offense looks like that right now. Because in practice, the defense is playing with one hand behind their back. You can't tackle. You can't hit anybody. And the rules are so stacked towards the offense. Everybody's offense should be looking good right now. So, no, I ain't worried about it. It is what it's going to be what it's going to be.
AJ in the building, man. Shout out my boy AJ.
Up,
I see you, AJ, tapping in with the gang. Okay. I see you.
He said, what's popping?
Smoke break. Northfield says, smoke break. Let's get it, man. Hey, Miller Fat in the building. Miller Fat. Let's get it, Miller Fat. I see you.
Hey, Miller. Is it Miller time? I'm sure you've never.
It's Miller time, man. And I was putting up that comment about Patrick. He said he had to go to the laundromat, man. I'm sure we'll be back, man. Take that run to the laundromat, man. We'll be back. We don't know. We don't really have a time on how long we're going to go tonight. We're just going to kick it, man. I mean, it's Friday night and I feel all right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Oh, we got Gary, man.
There you go.
$20, man. Let me get that. Let's go. Let's go, man. Shout out Gary, man. Missing JJ. And listen, everything that we get for the show is going to go to JJ, but this isn't a JJ stream tonight, but everything's appreciated. But tomorrow, the pregame, we're doing a pregame show, and that's going to be the last stream. We're actually auctioning off a couple items as well. We have an autographed jersey from Harrison Phillips. We have some stuff, man. We got some stuff that was gifted by the VWO that we're going to auction off tomorrow. So it's going to be lit, man. It's going to be lit, man. We're going to have fun, man. They got like some cool hoodies and stuff like that. So make sure you tap in tomorrow, man. Tap in tomorrow pregame. For sure, man. It's going to be lit, man. You know, we stay doing something, man. We stay getting spicy over here, man. Know what I mean, shout out Gary in the building though, man, with the $20. Man, Gary done damn near donate over like 500 shit. Gary
I
done
think it's up to
donated
at
a
least
couple honey.
500 by my count.
Couple honey buns. I'm gonna tell you
He
right
got some
now.
honey. He got half a dime up in this so far. So
Yeah,
thank you
man.
so
Gary
much,
had a couple.
Gary.
Hey, Gary, come on, man.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
you
forward
know,
to
hey,
meeting you in a
listen,
couple weeks.
listen, man. You know, funds are tight, but here's 100. You know what I'm saying? I hope my funds get tight like that, Gary. I ain't gonna lie. Teach me something, man.
Yeah,
Teach me
right.
something, man. I hope my funds tight. I like that type of tight. You know what I'm saying? For sure, man. Nah, but hey, it's for a good cause, man. And shout out Gary, man, for all the support, all the love. That's a fact. You have channel. Let me see. What you gonna say? Put which one?
AJ's right below Gary's. You must not have seen the Patriots practice because Jordan Love got bleeped up all day. Hey, I haven't had time.
I like it.
I like to hear it. Love to hear it.
Let's give
no
it,
pun
man.
intended.
Man, listen, we ain't worrying about Jordan Love, man.
No.
Jordan Love, yeah, to me, he doesn't scare me. I do think he's gonna be decent though. I don't think he's gonna be like super garbage. Like I do believe he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be average. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I think they'll win some games.
Eventually,
Yeah.
But he's not going to set the world on fire.
Yeah, like I don't think he's gonna be like a right now Baker Mayfield or nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like not Baker Mayfield when he came out, you know, on fire. I'm talking about the Baker Mayfield the past 2 years. Like I don't think he's gonna be that bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna be that bad. I don't think he's gonna be Zach Wilson bad. Let's say that. I don't think it'll be Zach Wilson bad.
Your guy, Zach Wilson.
My guy, man. You know what I mean? My guy, man.
We ain't forgot about that. We
Shout out to Tony, man. Shout out to Tony. We appreciate it, man. Absolutely, Mike Sports Vibes Tony. In the building too, man. My brother,
What's
man.
up,
my
Mike?
Brother from another mother, man.
Hey, I'm gonna hit up your show later. I was getting ready. I didn't see you tonight, but I'll get you.
Hey, listen, Mike. Another one, man. Another content creator, man, that puts in hella effort, man. Hella damn grind every Friday, man. He's bringing y'all a live show. And listen, you want to talk about energy, man. Shout out to my boy Mike, man, with the energy he got, man. I wish I had that motherfucking energy. I'm gonna keep it real. Like he said, I motivated him to start a podcast, but boy, I watch his show and I'm like, boy, he got me wanting to go live. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder how many Red Bulls that guy takes before he does a show.
I'm telling you, man. Shout out Mike Sports Bar, man. Y'all want some energy, man? Yeah, hey, listen, tap in with the boy, man, for sure, man. Y'all got to tap in, man. Show love. Gary with another $10. Let's go, man. Appreciate Gary, man. Getting it popping, man. For real, man. Appreciate you. Hey, let's see. For any Vikings fans, 21 best Viking games ever in a playlist.
Ooh.
Hey, I think Jimmy, do you have a page, Jim? Do you have a page where you post stuff? I think that's what it is. If y'all want to go check out.
I think, right?
Yeah, that's his channel. Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know if he posts actual like highlights and stuff like that, but hey, let's see. Man, who y'all got, man? Y'all think we're gonna win tomorrow? Are the Vikings gonna get their first win in 19, so 20, 21, 22,
4 years.
In 4 years? I had to count that. Are the Vikings going to get their first win in 4 years, man? Are they? Are they going to get drop W's in the chat, man? Drop W's in the chat. Or are we going to get our L, man? Drop W's or L, man? Let me know, man. Shout out my worthless opinion, man, with the $10. Let's go, man.
Thank you, worthless.
We appreciate it, man. We definitely appreciate all the love, man, for sure. Know what I'm saying? Hey, just remember, y'all, after the JJ mission is over, we appreciate it, but just keep on, man. Keep the same energy. Nah, I'm just fucking. All right, just keep the same energy after the JJ mission over, though.
Just to clarify, no, Jim NFL has a playlist on his page, top 21 Vikings games of all time. So there's
there you go, man. Shout out Jim, man. Y'all go over there and watch that. Yeah, shout out Jim, man. Another one, man. Content creator putting in that work, man. You know how long it take to put together a playlist like that? I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the patience. Hey, here we go, man. That's what I was waiting for, man. Listen, let me do this first. Let me give Gary another one, man. We got another one, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Gary again with another 10. And we have my worthless opinion with a 10. But then I gotta give a special shout out, man. Hold on, real quick. Damn, let me find him real quick. Here we go. Let me pull up my boy, man. Score for Life.
There's the barber,
man. Let me give a big shout out to Score for Life, man.
Absolutely.
Listen, because I'm gonna make sure it don't go unseen, man. You know, like, listen, he told me the other day, he commented on a video and he said, listen, payday is Friday, man. When I get paid, I'm shooting you something for the JJ fund, man. So, hey, nephew, nephew, man. The guy I just posted right here, the guy I just posted at the pin that said, "What's up, fella Skull?" Hey, he looked out for you today. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying? He
did.
looked out for you today. He sent it to the Cash App, man. I want to make sure it does not go unseen, man. Shout out to Skull for Life Barber, man, for sure, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. He damn sure hit the Cash App nice, man, for JJ, man. So shout out Score for Life, man. And all
Shout
of his
out
boys,
Eli
man.
in the building as well. What's up, Eli? I ain't seen you for a minute. Good to see you tonight, brother.
Eli, let's go, Eli. I'm a little bro, man. Shout out Eli, man. You know, shout out Eli in the building, man. We got
I wanted to
we
go
got
back.
Davey changed. Did you change your
Yeah,
name?
that's changed. There he goes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, is that is Davey changed?
That's
Because I know
Davey
we talk
changed,
about the
yes.
fishing and stuff, but I'm like, he changed his name. Hold up. Are you trying to win the name tournament? Are you trying to win the name tournament? Where is the poll anyway? Who's winning? Did it stop? Hold on. Let's see. Is it still going? I see my worthless is at 40%. So does that mean my worthless is winning? I don't know
More
why
than
it won't
likely.
show me. Why it
I'm
won't show
looking.
me the whole
I'm gonna go look
Oh,
right
there
now.
we go. There we go. Let's see. All right, so my worthless is winning, man. My worthless is winning. Sodak got 17 votes, though. I mean, 17%. That hey, to say that's just his regular type name, you know what I mean? That's still he's still up there though, man. Then we got Norsefius with 29%, man. So my worthless opinion so far is winning. You know what I'm saying? We had 31 votes. So hey, that's lit. That's lit. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let me see. Did I miss another super chat or oh yeah, did Gary drop another 10 for Skull for Life?
I done lost track because okay,
yeah, I done lost track,
one.
man. Gary acting bad tonight, man. Gary, like, you know what,
There's
man?
two.
We shit. Let's just keep posting them. Hey,
There's
shout out
3.
Gary, man.
So he's
Hey,
up to
who's
3 10s and a 20. So he's up to half a honeybee already.
hey, man,
I
let's
wanted to
get it,
go
man.
to a comment that Skull Zone had.
All
And I'm
right,
trying
let
to
me go
find it in
back.
here. It's at 9:31, so it's about 6 minutes ago. Thoughts on Jair Alexander disrespecting JJ? Okay. It's like this goes on. Jair Alexander knows that all he can do is talk because he can't do anything else. Jair Alexander and the Green Bay Packers let JJ go for 180 and 2 touchdowns. I was at that game. And 150 of them were in the first half. And he trying to say, well, that's because the defensive coordinator went into it with a bad game plan. Dude, do you know what happened the last time Mike Zimmer had a bad defensive plan? They went rogue and said, this ain't working. We're going to do it our way.
Right.
So then in the second game, you had double and triple team help on him all night long. And yes, it's unfortunate that the rest of the offense couldn't take advantage of what they were doing to force you out of it. But for you to sit there and try and talk like you shut down Justin Jefferson one-on-one is ridiculous. Right. But to what I say to it is this: let Jair do all of his talking.
Right.
And you know what? Come Halloween weekend, when we're in Lambeau Field and we put a W on that field, we'll see who's talking after that.
Exactly. And let's not forget, man, like, and this is the thing. To be real, man, the more and more as I started doing content, I really just started hating the Packers even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why. Like, I used to hate them, you know what I mean? But now that I do content, I really hate them. Like, I do not like, to be real, like, I'm trying to think if I have a Packers friend. Like, to be real, if I had any friends that were Packers fans, I really cut them off real life. Like, real life. You know what I mean?
Right,
like, I ain't gonna cap to you. Like, there might be 1 or 2 people that I know on the internet that I can probably keep it cordial with, but I'm gonna tell you right now, man, ain't really nothing to talk about. But this is the thing, man. Jair Alexander, for some reason, he seemed to have forgot, man. Shout out Mary in the building.
What's up, Mary?
Shout out real quick before we continue. You know, the Vi Queen, one of the Vi Queens. But like Jair Alexander seems to forget that week 1, yo, JJ was putting this boy on skates. Now, with that being said, Jair is, to me, and if we're gonna be realistic about the game of football, right?
Right.
Put all the other stuff aside. Jair Alexander is one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL, though.
No question.
He's a beast. He's a beast. I give it to him, but
he's
not
a baller for sure. I take him.
He's a baller. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. What? Would I? Shit. Would I? You know what I'm saying? Come here. You know, but listen, but at the end of the day, though, you know, JJ definitely did him dirty. And the second game, yeah, he got a little get back. You know, he got a little get back. I'll give it to him. You know, there's no excuse built in for JJ because he really did although he wasn't one-on-one with him all game,
Right,
he shot the
right.
JJ had a horrible game. You know what I mean? Like, what do you
It
have?
was
Like 30
terrible.
receiving yards or something? I don't
If
even know if he had
that, I don't
30.
even remember.
Yeah, like so it
It
was
was
a
such a
bad
bad
game.
game.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was a
such a bad
bad
game
game.
all the
So
way
you got to
around.
give him his props, and that's what their job is to do, is to shut down the best wide receivers. Like that's what, and at the end of the game, when you look at the stat line, that's what happened. But don't forget week 1. That's what I keep trying to
And
tell
don't
him is
forget, like,
like,
that was your rookie year. Like, he hasn't burned you a bunch of times anyway.
exactly,
That's the other
like,
thing. He acting like those were the only 2 games that he's ever played against Justin Jefferson. Nah,
yeah,
dude. Nah,
yeah.
dude.
And you know what? I love it though. I love when the NFL, like, because I think CBS is the one who like did the interview with Justin Jefferson and talking, and Jair did something. But I love when the NFL does that because it builds the anticipation.
Oh, absolutely.
It just builds the entertainment, man, for the NFL. So shout out to the NFL and all the other networks that feed into this type of stuff, because it makes it exciting for when the game does come on. They're going to talk about it. Right. When we play the Packers, they might show clips of those little interviews before the game.
Oh, they
That's
gotta
what they're
eat
gonna
that
do.
up.
It's
They
it's
will
it's
eat that up.
entertainment. They're gonna eat
I
it up.
mean,
And you know what? It's worth it, man. I love it. And I think that we have the better guy in our corner. So I'm okay, man. I'm comfortable. I think JJ gonna do him dirty.
right. And to your point about, you starting to hate the Packers more, I think part of that too is with you being in South Carolina
Mhm.
and not living here where
Yeah.
there's lots of Packer fans in Minnesota,
Yeah.
and because of the proximity closeness, anytime the Vikings are not playing on noon but the Packers are shown in the Minnesota market and vice versa. So it's one of those deals too. When you growing up in Minnesota, having Packer fans as people I knew in high school back when Brett Favre was in his prime, winning MVPs, winning a Super Bowl and going to a different one. Oh, trust me, if you lived up in here, you wouldn't be just now getting to that level of hating them. You see, you're almost you catching up to the rest of us
Yeah.
that have to live around here. And when the Packers were, going to the Super Bowls in the Favre era and in the Rodgers era, where you go to the mall or you go to the grocery store and you see so many people wearing Packer jerseys and Packer shirts and sweatshirts and whatnot. Oh, trust me. Like somebody said to me once, I hate the Saints because of 2009 more than I hate the Packers. I'm like, you outside your mind. First
Yeah.
off, you need to put as much blame as you do on the Saints on the Vikings for not adjusting to their dirty tactics at about halftime. But trust me when I tell you, 2010 when they went to the Super Bowl and won it with Rodgers, every day at work I see Packer people all over wearing their jerseys, talking all that mess. Trust me, there will never be a team that I dislike more. Now, fan bases, I hate the Philly fans far more than I hate Packer fans. Packer fans, at the very least, they're still most of the time respectful, and it's good-natured fun talking trash to each other. Philly fans, no, they in a whole different category. But
Yeah. He said, I hate the Cowboy. I have my ex-wife as a Packers fan. I should have known it. Hey, look, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. And then Tony Bell got a good point, man. Cowboys fans are hard to deal with too. Although, man, there's a couple Cowboys content creators that I really rock with. But as far as their fans, yeah, the majority of their fans, yes, I cannot stand Cowboys fans. Like every year they are Super Bowl champions, bruh. Like even when they lose, even when they don't even make the playoffs, man, and a lot of it has to do with the mainstream media. They always just talk about, like, the Cowboys can be 4-13, bro, and yet they will talk about them the next season as if they're gonna be number one contenders to make the Super Bowl. It's just annoying, and that's just money, man. That's Jerry, man, Jerry Jones, man.
Shout out to Zach, who just entered the building. What's going on,
Shout out
Zach?
Gary again one more time, man, with the jerk chicken. Made me hit it one more time, man. He said he was cooking that jerk chicken, man. Let me get a piece, man. That's what we say, man. Let me get
a whole wing, please. I ain't had some real jerk chicken in a long time. When I was about 23 years old, I was working for the phone company, and there was this sister. Her name was Geraldine, and this sister could cook some soul food.
Yeah.
When we had potlucks, she'd bring in real jerk chicken, red beans and rice, and cornbread. Anytime we had a potluck, Well, check. We'll make sure Geraldine's not on vacation that week because we
Yeah.
got to make sure that's. Oh my gosh, she made authentic jerk chicken. It was so delicious. It was so delicious. I
Yeah,
digress.
yeah. Raymond said, imagine trying to live in Philadelphia and working with Eagles fans,
Oh,
man. And
you,
that's the thing, man. So,
Mike
hey, man,
Sports
my
Vibe,
bad,
dude.
right? Right,
Mike
yeah,
Sports
Mike
Vibe.
Sports Vibe. Shout out to him. He lives in he lives in Philadelphia as well, you know, having to deal with those people every single day. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So like, hey, you know, but shout out to the real Vikings fans though, man, that are all spread over the country and we stand on business, man. We stand on that purple over everything. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because they're really there's a ton of us, but a lot of them are a lot of our fan base is kind of concentrated in Minnesota and you know what I mean. I guess South Dakota, North Dakota area, maybe, right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So like, yeah, a lot of the fan base is concentrated there, but we spread all over the place, man. We spread all over the place. We got a nice little crew down here in South Carolina, believe it or not. I know y'all like, damn, there's fan, yeah. Yeah, you go to a bar, man, on a Sunday, man, to watch the Vikings game, you will see a ton of purple jerseys, man. We deep down here too. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. It's good.
Well,
We
that's the
definitely spread
beautiful
it.
thing about doing this YouTube stuff where it don't matter where you were. I mean, 30 years ago, if you wanted to have conversations like this, it would be at the bar in your neighborhood or maybe
Yeah.
across town with a handful of people. Now we got people in all different parts of the country, all different parts of the world. I had a guy say to me once, "Hey, I'm from Scotland. Like this guy and his wife is going to be in town week 1. He's coming in Friday. Now he's going to the Gopher game on Saturday and he's going to the Vikings game on Sunday." I said to him, "Hey, after the Gopher game swing on through, we got Skull Fest. It'll be towards the end of Skull Fest, but you can get in and we'll say hello to you." But,
Yeah.
I've had guys say from Scotland, guys from Australia,
Yeah.
people all over the place. So we
Yeah,
represent them.
man.
To
Shout out
answer,
Steve, man. Steve
oh,
said
yeah,
my daughter and wife are in Charleston. Hey, that's where I'm at. That's where
there
I'm
you
at.
go.
That's where I resign. Charleston, man. I love my city too, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I do, man.
Real quick, VAQ embrace the suck jerk chicken. Yes, that is in fact Caribbean. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
That's where that
yeah.
starts.
Shout
That's
out
where that
K
starts.
Fizzle. It says K Fizzle gifted one Purple Pocket podcast
There
membership,
you
man.
go.
Let's go, man. That's the goal, man, to get everybody to be a member. You know what I mean? Like all the people that tap in, man, we should have like 40 members, man. Listen, it's what I think I got it set at $2.99, man. You won't even miss that. Go ahead, sign up, man. And I promise y'all, I'm gonna start bringing y'all more. I'm slacking. I'm gonna keep it real because it's been the off season and you know trying to come up with content. But during the season, though, I'm gonna give the members exclusive shit. Y'all already know that, man. Y'all
Shout
already
out to
know
Dean
that,
in the
man.
building. What's going on, Dean? Good to see you tonight. Thank you so much for joining.
Appreciate you, Dean, for sure. Appreciate you tapping in. We got to get you the skull horn for that. You know what I mean? Let's see, Drop Shot Jake in the building. Shout
What's
out
up,
Drop
Jake?
Shot. I see you, Drop Shot. Let's go. Let's
You see
go,
what Jake
Drop
did
Shot.
to me a couple weeks ago?
Nah, what happened?
So I turned on my Monday Night Live. I turned on the Facebook too, and he came in on Facebook, and it had his first and last name. So I shouted him out like he was the first time he was joining me because I didn't recognize his name. And then he went, then he switched over to the YouTube. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the same picture. That was you. Oh, okay, my bad. But anyway,
Yeah.
hey, go back to Miller Fat at 9:45 with his comment about where he grew up and where his mom grew up because that one was pretty beautiful.
All right, hold on. 9:45. There's all right. Miller Fat. There we go.
Yeah. Put that one up.
There we go.
My mom who grew up in Superior. He's in Wisconsin. He's been hearing about him for 46 years. I hate to, but hey, I feel you. I feel you, Miller.
Shout out Miller Fat, man, for having to deal with the
Absolutely.
Packers BS, man.
Oh gosh.
Hey, AJ said, "Rap, we need pace on the podcast before he
Yeah.
take off." Hey, that's a fact. I'm in the works of making that happen. I'm trying to make that happen for sure.
That would be
He kind of
awesome.
locked in right now, so the chances of him doing it right now,
Everybody hitting him up now.
he probably gonna take off before we get him.
He already
on
has
real because he
taken
already
off.
done took off. Like if you
Right.
think about it, the whole city talking about him. I mean, you got Kevin O'Connell talking about him now, calling him a star. I mean, it's kind of obvious that
Right.
he that boy out there. You know what I
No,
mean? Like
absolutely.
I don't remember Kevin O'Connell talking about Asamoah like this, talking about any rookie like how he talks how he's talking about an undrafted free agent and Ivan
You know what
Pace
it is?
Jr.
He
So
talked about Ivan Pace the way Mike Zimmer talked about Teddy Bridgewater.
yeah, for
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's my guy. And like that's the guy I'm gonna go to bat for. Patrick's got a good comp. Ed McDaniel 2.0. No, that's a nice comp, Patrick. That's a very nice comp.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's smart. And listen, I ain't gonna lie. I got the new Madden, right? So last night I came home. I'm like, I think it was last night because it came out. I was like, man, you know what, man? Fuck it, let me just go ahead and buy the new Madden. I'm just buy. I'm bored. Let me buy the new Madden. Give me something to do.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. First thing I did when I started my franchise, I'm gonna keep it real. I made Davenport number 60. You know what I mean? Because 92 wasn't available on my Madden for some reason, and I put Pace right at 0. And they had his ratings at like 60 something. I go ahead and up them thing to like 80. I'm gonna just
There
keep
you
it real. I
go.
mean, hey, look, I'm gonna just keep it real, man. I did what I had to do. You know what I mean? I did what I had to do, Purple Gang. I did what I had to do. I went in Madden and I fixed it. I gave him number 0 and I put his rating up to about 80. You know, I think that's fair. I think he's about at 80, man. That's
Yeah,
what I would have
yeah.
did.
That first update of Madden better have him come correct. I'll say that
Shout
right
out
now.
Gary for another one, man. I don't want to miss Gary, man. Shout out
No.
Gary with another one, man. Gary acting bad.
Yeah, he is. We
I told
appreciate him,
Gary the
though.
goal is to raise $500 more for JJ, right? But we got a stream dedicated to that tomorrow.
Right.
And you know, Gary's like, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and do that tonight, man. We ain't tripping, man. I'm gonna do that by my damn self. Shout out to everybody that's been donating though for the past couple of weeks,
Absolutely.
man. It's been crazy, man. I can't imagine. I know y'all probably like,
Oh,
man, we understand, Rap. You done said this 1,000 times, but it just means so much, man. I gotta keep saying it because y'all will never understand. You know what I mean? That's how deep it is. Well, Tiamu play tomorrow. Good
I doubt
question,
it.
Dean. I
I
doubt
was
it.
just gonna say, I doubt
Yeah, I
it
don't
though.
think he has the book, but it's crazy though. Didn't we bring him in? Didn't we bring him in like why do I feel like I did a video saying that we signed him already though? Like, or we didn't, or we just brought him in. Like, what
I'm
hasn't
trying
he
to
been
look.
with us through camp?
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look it up.
Because if that's the case, then there is a possibility. There is a possibility that maybe he will get some PT tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think because I feel like he was with us, man. I definitely have a video on my channel, man. Now that I think about it, talking about him. We brought him in. We worked him out. Okay. Yogi said we worked him out.
Okay.
We worked
All
him
right.
out, but we didn't sign him. Okay.
Yeah, and working them out's not going to get much of the playbook. It's just going to be
Right,
sending
right.
through drills and stuff like that. So I'm not saying it's impossible because if they just want to throw them out there for like the fourth quarter, like for
Yeah.
example, let's say they give Mullins the first quarter and then they give Jaron Hall quarters 2 and 3, and then they put the guy out there for like a series or two in the fourth quarter. That's a possibility, but it's highly unlikely that you're going to see
Yeah.
him for any extended period of time.
Holden said, Rap, what do you think about Najee Thompson? That's my boy, man.
Oh, that's his boy, dude. You
And
put a
one thing I
quarter in
like
rap
about
for that.
Najee Thompson too, man, to keep it real with you, is I actually talk to him. You know what I mean? Like I talk to
Yes.
him damn near daily, man. I send like he messaged back, like he right there, like hey, what going on, Rap? Hey, yeah, but like, you know, and then tomorrow he gonna be out there representing. So man, I rock with
Yeah.
Najee because he's so not only for the fact that he's so accessible, like you can actually just reach out to him. Like he's the type of guy that all of y'all can DM him right now
hmm
and say, "What's going on, my boy, man? We repping for you," and he will message you back. You know what I'm saying? He will message you back, but I appreciate you. Like he that type of dude, man.
He
Down
was
to
on with
earth
one
type of
bar
dude.
on Wednesday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, man. So shout out
So he's
Najee,
been on
man.
2
Shout out Najee,
Vikings
man.
channels already.
And
What's up, Skull Mafia?
somebody did an article about him, man, and hey, he posted it on his Instagram. Like you could tell
Yeah,
he definitely feeling the love, man. So shout out to that boy. And he a beast for real.
yeah.
Like
That
it ain't
tackle
just
he had
because he
on that
been on the
punt was
podcast,
awesome.
like he
Yes,
really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he
yes,
really is like that. So
absolutely.
it plays in our favor, man, to have a guy like him. For sure, man. Shout out my skull, bro, in the building, man.
There
Let's
he is.
go, man. Purple gang, man. You already know what time it is.
You
Shout
just
out
get
my
off
skull,
work,
bro.
Mafia. I know you've been putting in that work.
Yeah, my boy be putting in that work, man.
He been putting in a lot.
Tony Bell said number 40 is a good number for Ivan Pace, man. I disagree, man. 40 is ugly, man. I mean, I know there's been a good player, number 40 for the Vikings. Who was it, number 40 for the Vikings? I guess an
Wasn't it
old
Jim
school player.
Clansaucer?
Yeah, it was somebody who's an old school player that was good, but man, I don't know, man. Like this ain't old school, man. Number 40, that just don't look good on a jersey to me, man. Not for a superstar player. Not to say that he's gonna be a superstar. I ain't putting him in that category yet. I do think he's gonna be a star. Yeah, it
Mm,
is. Kind sauce, yeah.
yeah,
All right, yeah.
Clansaucer. That's what I thought.
Which, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like that, hey, hey, that's cool. That's cool. It's okay. But I think number 0 would be a lot better. Don't y'all think though?
Oh,
I mean,
Agent
40
Zero
is
was a
cool, but
brilliant name
0
you
would
gave
be
him
fire, man. Let's
right
be
off the
serious.
bat.
Could you imagine all the 0 jerseys, man, at the team store with Pace Jr. on the back? That should be cold. I ain't gonna
Right.
cap. Let's just keep it real. I mean, 40, it is what it is. 40 Wody. Give him the big 40 Wody, man. But yeah, man, for sure. So out of who do we think is gonna have the better game tomorrow when we're talking about Jaren Hall and Nick Mullins, man? Because I mean, to me, I'm gonna keep it real, man. Watching DTR, watching a bunch of these rookie quarterback, man, Stinson Bennett,
Yeah,
like
he's not
I
been
don't
too
know if
bad
y'all
either.
been watching these rookie quarterbacks, but I'm like, yo, like, why our rookie quarterback don't look like that? No, I mean, like, I know everybody ain't better than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, I know every rookie ain't better than him, but that's what it's looking like right now. Like, if
Well,
you had to rank the rookie quarterbacks right now, Jaren
Oh.
Hall would be in last place.
pretty much. I will say this about Jaren Hall, and I'm just repeating what Tony said to me on Yogi's channel last Saturday, that he got the impression that if you look at the first handful of plays, Jaren Hall was playing one way, and then Kevin O'Connell kind of pulled him over to the side, started talking to him. And next thing you know, he's even more conservative. I said, why? And he's just like, maybe they didn't want him to be so good that he's starting to make Kirk feel uncomfortable, like he might threaten to take his job. And I said, if 35-year-old Kirk Cousins is threatened by some rookie playing third string, looking good against third string players, then we've got a problem. Like, you and I have made our opinions on Kirk Cousins clear about how far we think we can go with him, but whatever. He's our guy. We support him, all that. If you're a 35-year-old grown-ass man that this rookie's looking good against third strings is going to make you feel uncomfortable, like you might lose your job, then all the goodwill you built up from last season into the Netflix thing, if that's true, man, that's pathetic. So I don't know. I'm just, and like I said, that's just what Tony said. And you know, I take Tony for what he knows what he's talking about. So
yeah, Tony be talking that talk for sure, man. Shout out Holden, man. He said, I try to show love to you guys. Hey, you do show love.
Yeah,
Holden.
absolutely you do. Absolutely. We appreciate you, man.
Oh, yeah, you show hella love.
But I mean, back to the point. I mean, Jaren Hall looked terrible last week, and you know he was playing behind a third string offensive line of the Minnesota Vikings, and our first string offensive line isn't really all that good. So, like we said, what was any quarterback going to do in that scenario? Not much. I'll remind people. I said this last week. Dante in 1999, when he was playing with third string, he looked terrible. He was getting sacked left and right, and everybody's like, "Oh, this Dante, he looks terrible." I'm like, "Yeah, he's getting sacked because he got no protection."
Right.
But you're right, though. I mean, again, we both wanted Anthony Richardson, and if we couldn't get Anthony Richardson, we said take DTR in the third round. And no disrespect to Jaren Hall, because I still have high hopes for the kid. I'm not, being ridiculously stupid about it. I'm not going to saying right now he's going to be our starter next year. That'd be crazy.
No.
But yeah, I'd rather have DTR right now than Jaren Hall. He's looked good. Jaren Hall hasn't. And maybe that's why they didn't take him. Maybe they were afraid DTR would make Kirk uncomfortable. I don't know. I am not saying. I'm just saying. So
hey, Drop Shot Jake got it on the head too when he said, I feel like the Hall pick was a whatever pick. I feel that same way. I feel like they probably wanted DTR and then the Browns took him. They probably didn't think, because in a lot of mocks, man, DTR was the last quarterback on the board. Like he was coming off in like the 6th, 7th round. You know what I'm saying? He really was in the mocks, which, I mean, you can't put too much weight into the mocks, but like the first 2 rounds for the most part, though. Those mocks are pretty accurate as far as the first 2 rounds, as far as the players that are going to be there. But, usually when you in the mocks, when you see a guy drop into the 7th and stuff like that, they usually get picked around that time. And he got picked up, what, 4th? I think it's a 4th round. I think
I'm looking right now. As a matter of fact, we had an opportunity to get him.
We had an opportunity to get him. We had multiple opportunities to get him. You know what I mean? But
okay, so here's the thing. So we took Mekhi Blackman in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
We took Jay Ward in the 4th round, and DTR was still there. Then Cleveland took DTR right before we traded up to take Jaquelin Roy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you told me right now, would you give up Jay Ward for DTR? Yeah.
Hell
Disrespect to that's no disrespect to Jay Ward. But if you told me right now you would get Jordan Addison in the first round, you didn't have a second round pick, you would have got Mekhi Blackman in the third round, and then you would have taken DTR in the 4 instead of Jay. Oh my gosh,
Man, I was reading on something too today where they were saying something about you never like. I mean, obviously, using the word never is you could take it how you want, but they say you never is supposed to draft a safety in the first round, right? Like you never want to go safety unless you know for a fact it's a generational talent. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those safeties where it's like, bro, you just cannot pass up on this safety. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
And I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, damn, dog. Quasi's first pick as a GM, he went safety in the first round,
And he
and
didn't take the best safety.
he didn't take the best safety. And I feel like, damn, like we had some stout safeties when you think about Josh Metellus still having him. I
Right.
mean, we had Cameron Bynum on the team. We had Harrison Smith on the team. It's like, was it really a need for sure at safety last draft that you had to take that in the first round? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. When I started
You want to
thinking,
know what he was thinking?
I'm like, oh, dang.
He was thinking, let me get Lewis Seen. Let me keep Harrison Smith for 1 year. If Lewis Seen had worked out, Harrison Smith would be gone. Let's just keep it. That's just how he has worked. Now, if he had known right off the bat that after this season that Harrison Smith was going to take a massive discount, maybe he doesn't make that pick. But he doesn't know that, 18 months ago when he's first getting this job. So, I just saw somebody come in
He
here.
said somebody said we took Harrison Smith in the first round back in 2012.
That's true. But at the same time, Harrison Smith was, I think he was the first safety taken in that draft.
He was known.
He was a known quantity. Absolutely.
He was known as like a generational. They were scouting him as a generational type safety too. Kind of like how Kyle Hamilton, and that's why Kyle Hamilton played like he would most likely is going to be a generational type talent at safety. So who are you shouting out? Who tapped
Roger in the building. What's going on, Roger?
In the building. Let's go, Roger. Appreciate you tapping in tonight, man. Let's get it. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just...
And by the way, to Skullzone's point about taking Harrison Smith, we traded up for him. We traded our second round pick and our fourth round pick. Harrison Smith was our second pick in 2012.
And that pick worked out. That pick definitely worked out. You know what I mean? But Patrick said Quasi drafting won't keep him around long. And you know what? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, you might be on to something. I'm gonna keep it real. And I love Quasi, man. Like I want to hold on to him. Like it's hard for me to just give up on him because I do believe he's a critical thinker, and people like that, you want to trust them. You really do, man. You want to sit back and say, man, I trust your process, man. You make me feel comfortable. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you right now, though, man, he is making me scratch my head a lot. Even not only just with the drafts, with bringing certain players in and so these signings. Some of these signings are kind of like, oh man, like you know what I mean? Like why? The obvious thing, us as fans, we even see that the offensive line didn't do good last season. You know what I mean? And it's like, why would you not even address that at all? Why would you not even look at that in the top 2-3 rounds? You know what I mean? Like seriously, like if you look at it, like even thinking about a guy like Jay Ward, and this is not to knock Jay Ward because he might turn in to be somebody, but
we don't
even with that high pick like that, like in the fourth round, it's like, why not have took one of the guards in the fourth round that actually could have been talented enough to really come in and really be somebody, you know what I mean? And I don't know, man, it makes you scratch your head. Like, you have Kirk Cousins as your quarterback. You know that he's not mobile, man. Your priority should be, if you know that, if you feel like you want to keep Kirk Cousins around and this is going to be your guy that you're going to ride with because he gives us the best chance and all this. Well, okay. If I know that, then my first thing is going to be, well, let's put some insurance on him then. Let's go after this offensive line, man. Let's get us some guys that are just dogs and he ain't going to get touched next season. You know what I'm saying? But instead, they say, nope, let's roll out the same guys we had last season when he was getting hit every single damn snap. You know what I mean? But hey.
This is some points that Tony has put me on. Does Quasi really have control, or is he just kind of the puppet figure and he's just doing the work and he's just doing what Mark Wilf and the committee is telling him to do. I don't know, because on one hand, Kwesi is making moves that would make sense if you are in rebuild mode. They
Right.
don't make sense when you're trying to be competitive. So then they come out with this BS line of we're competitive rebuild. No, competitive rebuild is the worst thing you can do. Either be competitive or be rebuilding. But being in the middle means you're just good enough not to be build fast enough, but you're not good enough to be competitive for a Super Bowl. But
Right.
that's they don't the Wills have made it clear through their actions over 18 years that they don't want to have even one bad season if they can help it. They're more concerned with being not bad than they are with being great. And that's the only flaw on the Wills that I really have, because they have spent a lot of money on this team. They've spared no expense, making the facilities outstanding. I mean, again, you finna hit up the museum when you're going to be in here next in
Yeah.
a few weeks. And
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, it's going to be an experience for anybody that's never been to TCO, even if all you do get to see is the museum. So I'm not saying it like they're cheap on it. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is you can't be afraid of one bad year and let that stop you from doing what's necessary to be a great team. And that's what their biggest issue is. Because
Right.
again, offensive linemen need time to develop. The only way you're going to fix a problem in one fell swoop is to sign a guy who is a free agent. Look at what the Vikings did in 2006. They signed Hall of Famer to be Steve Hutchinson when he was available, because they had the
Right.
cap room and because they said, we need to build our lines. The Vikings haven't done that in a long, long time. Good night, Steve. Thanks for coming. And good
Yeah.
night
Good
to
night,
Eric.
man. Appreciate
Good
you,
night
bro.
to Eric and Lorinda as well. Eric
Good
said
night
good
to
night.
Eric and Florinda as well, man. Good night, y'all, for sure.
Thanks, y'all, for coming in. But at the end of the day, I mean, we're just going to have to roll with it. And maybe Kwesi's like, you know what? I'm not going to build up this interior offensive line, because maybe that's his out card, so to speak. Maybe he knows.
I'm not gonna build the offensive line because I want to see Kirk struggle this year. Like
that way I can
we can say,
justify
hey, you know what?
moving on
That's
from
why
him.
we need a mobile quarterback. That's
I
why
don't know.
Kwesi's favorite thing. There's this level of quarterback, and then there's this level of quarterback. So
Right.
there's a quarterback that's good enough to get you there, but then there's also a level called a championship caliber quarterback, and that's what we strive for. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much saying what we have is this one, which is, yeah, he's good enough, but like we've all said, he's good enough, but a lot of shit around him has to be kind of, the word perfect is what we call it right now.
Right.
No, don't take it literal, but a lot of things have to
Mhm.
be right. You know what I mean? For this guy to make it. But for this guy to make it, you can kind of have some flaws. You
Right.
can have some flaws in the offensive line. And guess what? He's going to make up for it because his talent level is that good and he can move around and do off scripted plays. So I think that's what we got to look into. And I'm ready. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm riding with Kirk Cousins this season. We're going to be behind him until he proves us different. Because,
Right.
yes, we got to be grateful that we do have a quarterback that is consistent enough to put up numbers. But at the end of the day, too, it almost is time to switch the tapes, man, and get a different type of guy in here. And it might be a journey for us Vikings fans. We might spend the next 2 years sitting here saying, God damn it, we miss Kirk Cousins, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be. Never know, but you got to take that chance, though, man. You have to take that chance eventually. So, and we always say, well, it's going to be this year. It's going to be this year. Well, I think next year, it's definitely going to come down to the nitty gritty, unless they just extend Kirk early on in the off season, like right after the season's over. They just say, let's just get it out the way, so we don't even have to go through the discussion of talking about it. Let's just go ahead and make him our quarterback for the next 2-3 years or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Shout out Gary with another 10.
I was about to say, you better shout out Gary again. He got another 10.
Please, before I die, let me see a Super
Yes.
Bowl. We got you, Gary. We got you. We got you. We
Just
got
one.
you. We're gonna get there for sure. We definitely let's talk about a Caleb Evans, man. Unfortunate situation happening, which he did post on Twitter saying that he's okay. His new helmet works, you know what I mean? But still,
Right.
yet it's something to excuse me. Damn, it's something to worry about though. You know what I mean? It's definitely something to worry about because them concussions, man, it starts like I stated in my
It's a
video I did
snowball.
last night, man. It starts to get deeper than football. You know what I mean? Like, still got to live a life after this. And I think there's a lot of coaches and maybe even other players on the team that have that talk with him if he suffers one more, and be like, bruh, you know what I mean? Like, this is number 4 within a year, bruh. Like, we ain't even talking about a football season. We just talking about a calendar year. Like, you've
Yeah.
had 4 concussions, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I think it's time to make a decision not only for you but for your family and all of that. So hey, and he'll have a ton of support financially, I'm sure, from other players and stuff, and just they'll support him regardless.
And he's
But
got injury guarantees in his
yeah, you
contract, so
got
he'll
yeah.
he'll,
So
he'll get what he needs to get.
he'll
Yeah.
be good. He'll be good financially, although his career won't be able to probably play as long as he thought it would. But man, concussions are serious, man. Like that shit's serious, bro. And to have suffered that many in such a short amount of time, bro, it's scary.
Yeah.
Because now every time we see him make a tackle, it's gonna be like, damn, I hope boy get up. You know what I mean?
Like, let's just
for
say he
real.
makes a nice tackle and he doesn't get up, even for like just 2 seconds. We're gonna be like,
Oh yeah,
uh-oh.
they're
Oh
taking
no.
him out too. That's the thing.
Right. That's what
Another
I'm
thing is
saying.
they're gonna watch him extra close. They're gonna watch him closer than the average person on our team. Like every
Right.
time a Caleb Evans makes a hit, they're gonna be like the Vikings medical staff and the eye in the sky is gonna watch him extra close. So he can't even act like he got down. I mean, on a basic tackle, boy, he better jump right up. I'm telling you right now, because they're gonna pull his ass.
No.
For real.
Hey, real quick, shout out Tony. Good to see you. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you.
Hey,
And
yeah,
we'll
man.
see
Shout
you
out Tony, man. Tomorrow
night.
night, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. We know Yogi doing the watch party over there, man. And
Yep.
I think he gonna have Tony on and everybody on, man. So y'all make sure y'all go tap in for sure, man. Tony gonna have it. Hey, listen, Tony gonna be talking that talk, man. Yogi gonna have it over there. Gonna be Blue Moons, an uncut watch
Oh
party.
gosh. He's
The
going through
uncut
12
watch
tomorrow.
party, man.
It ain't
So
gonna be no 6-pack night for Yogi. It's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
a
tell you
12.
right now, I'm gonna be in the building, man. Ain't no telling what gonna happen over there tomorrow night, man. So we're gonna be over there watching that shit.
You know that.
I'm definitely gonna join the watch party, man. I wind up popping in too on camera too throughout the game too. So I'll make sure y'all over there, man. Show them love for sure. They said Gary said what rap asking to extend Kirk his bridge getting to him. Hey,
Bride.
Oh, his bride getting to my bad. Yeah, my bride. Yeah, hey, with the Kirk jersey too. Hold on. Matter of fact, hey, hold on. Hold it down. Let me
you go.
grab it.
I'll carry it. I'll shout out to Chad Myers, who just got into the building. What's going on, Chad? Well, while he's going to get the special gift, reminder, hit the like buttons on both Purple Pocket Podcast and Purple and Gold for Days. If you are not subscribed to Rap's channel and you're watching on mine, hit up my boy. And if you are not subscribed to me, hit me up as well. We are going to be doing this every Sunday night after the games. We're going to be doing a post-game show. We haven't decided if we're going to simulcast on both every week or if we're going to rotate back and forth. We haven't figured all those details out yet, so you want to be subscribed to both channels. Just to give you a quick rundown of what we have for scheduling thus far, I go live Monday night at 8 o'clock Central Time and 6:30 on Tuesday nights. Rap and I will always be going live at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on Sunday nights after the game. Week 1, I'll be doing the hosting because Rap will be in Minnesota at the game. He said he's going to try and check in from the hotel during the first party. But having said all of that, don't know what we're doing for the Thursday night and Monday night games yet, particularly week 2. We'll try to figure that out. But all right, Rap, show the world what you
listen. We got it. We got it, man. You know what I mean?
He said we,
man. You know that my like Gary said, man. That's my bride.
Yeah,
that's my bride.
Yeah.
So we are one, man. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm gonna be standing next to this at Skullfest. So if you want to see a sight, you know what I mean, a sight to see, man. You know what I mean? Come out there. I told you though, my wife got the clean white one though. I ain't gonna lie, that shit definitely clean. I'm rocking.
Oh, it absolutely is.
I'm rocking with the white. That white crispy. I ain't gonna lie. White definitely crispy. I mean, I wouldn't wear it, but I'm just saying. I wouldn't wear it, but I'm just saying though. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Shout out Kirko, man. Shout out Kirko, man. My wife's a fan.
And you know, let's be clear. We want Cousins to succeed because if he succeeds, that means the team succeeds.
Facts.
I mean, I had somebody come at me back.
We
like,
so
want him to fail.
Hey, AJ, you got, man. Did y'all see that hit Brian Branch did, boy? Hey,
that was a
boy. That boy got the hit it. Hey, he definitely got the hit of the preseason. I don't think anybody gonna top that. To be real, I don't think anybody's gonna top that. You know what I mean? Like that hit was crazy. Northfield says, "Stop the cap." You telling me our quarterback who takes who takes hits is tougher than our defenders. He gives the hits. Hey, for real, our quarterback is a damn beast, boy. He
You
damn
got to
sure
give him that.
he
You
might be
got to give him
goofy.
that.
But that boy built like a tank, man. Straight up, man. I got him for you, Norse.
No bullshit, bro.
Did you hear the
I
mic? Did you
definitely
hear the
rock with
mic'd
him, man.
up from yesterday when Kirk was mic'd up?
No, I got to go back and watch it. I seen it. I was gonna watch it before our show, and I was like, nah. It was like 15 minutes before
So
our
he's
show.
just like, I've been here. This is my 6th season, and there hasn't been a single practice where we didn't have Drake. Do you think we could tell the guy to not play Drake for one practice? I was like,
yeah.
come on, dude.
Oh, Kirk said
I
that.
mean, yeah, he said that.
Kirk
I'm like,
not a
he's
fan of
right. It
Drake?
is the same music every time because every time you listening to something, like it's the same music all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, they probably got like a little playlist they play over and over
yeah,
again.
probably.
Man, listen, I ain't gonna lie though, man. Kirk definitely a tough son of a he a tough son of a gun now.
No, we
I give him
never
that.
ever would say anything else.
I always
Gary's-
gave him his prop. I always gave him his props on his toughness, man. You know what I mean? Like that's for sure.
Gary says he bet you'll spill some beer on that wife jersey of yours intentionally.
I might accidentally. Yeah, I might accidentally. I gotta make sure it's a dark beer too. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like
right.
a Jaeger or like one of them dark Jaegers or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I make sure it don't come out. You know, can't be no like Bud Light, none of that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Gotta be some real deal beer, man. A manly beer.
You're gonna
Spill it
make
on
sure
there.
your wife has got some extra clothes for the game if
Be
something
like,
actually
oops.
happens. Yeah, sorry about that, honey. Sorry about that.
Oops, my bad. I mean, my bad. Let me ask you: do y'all drink sweet tea in Minnesota? Is sweet tea
Oh, yeah.
popular in Minnesota?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
a sweet tea fan. So you
Like
know,
if you
I
go to
love
a
the Southern
restaurant, and
tea.
you say I want some iced tea, they're gonna ask you, do you want the sweet tea or do you want the unsweetened tea? Because some
Okay,
people,
good.
you
Because
know,
you know, like where I was born, like New York, New Jersey, they don't drink sweet tea. Like sweet tea is like foreign. They be like, sweet tea, I'll give you some packs of sugar with it.
yes,
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
And some people want it or so that they can put like sweetener in it instead of straight sugar. You know, if they want to put sweetener in it. But so no, most places will have both a sweetened and an unsweetened. So no, yeah, we know what sweet tea is.
Yeah, he tough until beaker mode. What's beaker mode? Are you
Beaker.
talking about he's tough until like playoff time? Is that what you meaning?
Yeah, Red. Zed? What are you talking about? Until beaker mode. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
don't know
don't
what
get,
that
I
is.
don't get. I don't get it.
I don't know what beaker mode is, but you know, hey, look, we got expectations for Kirk though, for sure. Like he definitely got some pressure on him. You know what I mean? He definitely got some pressure on him, and we're gonna, you know, as I look at his jersey while I'm talking about him, you know what I'm saying? As
Right.
I look at that jersey, like, yeah, hopefully that shit don't go up in flames after the season or something, or during the season, you know, on accident, you know, on a live stream. So make sure y'all
Right,
watching,
right,
you know,
right.
the watch parties that I'm throwing this season because
Oh, I get it now.
you
Beaker
know.
panics, you know, panic mode. I get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Panic mode.
All
Got
right,
you.
Zed, we got you now. We got you.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. He starts doing the little teeth grit on the sideline and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It took us a
Yeah. I
minute, but
got
we
you.
got there. We got there.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm gonna have faith in him. I'm gonna have faith in him. I'm gonna rock with him. Y'all know how it is with me, man. I rock with him. Hey, it's crazy because like even with Dave from Minnesota Sports Talk, like I was the only one who said he's going to be in the MVP conversation, right? I actually
Right,
thought that
right.
statistically he was going to be in the MVP conversation. I also called that he would have a better season than Aaron Rodgers.
And Rodgers,
So
right?
those came together. Those were correct, although the MVP wasn't correct. But remember, there was a time when he made it on ESPN with Michael Irvin saying that he should be in the MVP conversation. So,
Right.
but it really didn't pick up too much steam. But there was conversation about it. You know what I mean? And then, you know, hey, it went downhill for the most part because Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts just kind of ran away with it. But still, yet, you know,
But
hey,
Kirk has
look,
always been like that, though. Like
it's funny
even
though how the people, real quick, the people that would argue with me about how much they enjoy him and he's this and that, you
right.
know, they won't go and really rep their quarterback though. You know what I mean? On their channels like Dave, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy, but I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? He would always throw it in my face. Oh, that you coming from the guy that had him being in the MVP conversation. Yeah. You know
You
what I'm
want to know
saying?
what
Like,
I remember that, and that was when he started off slow last year, and he didn't have as many stats as he
yeah.
normally does. But then
Yeah.
I was just like, I'd rather have this version of Kirk who has come through in the clutch versus the guy who has stats but didn't come through in the clutch as
Right.
much. We're not going to go down that road too much, but shout out, Mary. Thanks. Have a
Thanks,
great
man.
weekend.
Appreciate
Love
you,
you,
Mary,
Mary.
as always.
I've been
Peace.
watching my mailbox for those packages you sent me. I ain't got them yet, but I'll let you know when I do.
Shout out, Mary. Shout out,
Mary's
Mary.
got a contribution to the Purple and Skull Fest giveaway kitty.
Let's go.
So
Let's go.
I'll be bringing something on her behalf that we'll auction off or give away during Skullfest. If y'all don't know yet what Skullfest is, that is September 9th.
Quick. Let me
put it up.
See
you
if
got
I
it?
can. Let me see if I can bring it up really quick before you. Let's see here for the ones who don't. For the ones who don't know. There you go. I put it right there in the middle of us. There we are.
There you go. Northeast Palace. September the 9th, 5 to 9 p.m. September 9th, that's the night before week 1 against Tampa Bay. Grand prize, a pair of tickets to the game. And guess what? Half the people in there are going to be from Viking World Order who already got their tickets. Yeah. So you've got a really good chance. All you got to do is go to Eventbrite and find Skullfest. It's the only Skull anything on Eventbrite, but it's 5 to 9 p.m. live broadcast. So all of the content creators that you know we all affiliate with, myself, Rap, Dave, SK, Yogi, the GG boys are going to be there as well. Some cavalcade of guests will be showing up. Jade said she's going to show up. Shelby Tweeton might be showing up there as well. Sal might show up. We know Skull Mafia is going to be in the building. Sodak's going to be in the building. Gary will be in the building. So if you are in the Twin Cities Saturday night and you're not going to the Gophers game against some boring college anyway, I mean, they're my Gophers. Y'all know that. But come on out to Skullfest, Northeast Minneapolis. The address is 2450 4th Street, and it's 5 minutes from US Bank Stadium. So it's very, very accessible, very, very easy to get to. So come on out and see us live.
Let's go. It's going to definitely
shout
be a
out,
party,
Mafia.
Man.
You right. I can't wait. This month is dragging. This month the month of August always drags, baby. You are absolutely right.
Yeah, man. It do, man. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to meet everybody, man. It's going to be a hell of a damn time. It's going to be a hell of a time, man. Yes. I cannot wait, man. Everything we're doing, you know, it's going to be a busy week for me.
Oh, JJ will be there. JJ Vikings. How could I forget that?
JJ is going to be in the building, man. It's going to be definitely a busy week for me doing all of that, but it's going to be so worth it. So worth it, man. I just can't wait. I can't wait. But yeah, man, it's been great, man. It's just been great doing this stuff. I can't wait to do watch parties this season. So we doing watch parties. I know I'm definitely doing a ton of watch parties, man. I'm going to try to do at least out of the 17 games, or we got 17 games, right? I'm gonna try to at least knock at least 10. You know, that's my goal, man, is to do at least 10 watch parties this season, man. So it's gonna be lit. Make sure you're over there. Like I said, man, that Kirk jersey might get burnt during one of them, so you don't want to miss it. Like, I'm gonna make sure I go before the season starts and buy me some grill fluid. You know, the grill fluid, just in case, man. I'll take the phone with me outside. You know, and we're gonna set it up in flames. You know what I mean? But no, I think he's gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be all right though.
And shout out to Zed's comment. Love the arguments between Rap and Dave. Yes, indeed. Yeah. You want to know why I love when Rap and Dave argue? Because that means Dave's not arguing with me. Yeah, he'll argue with me about the Kirk stuff too. But shout out.
Yeah, you know Dave, man, Mr. Know It All over there, Mr. Know It All over there. You know what I mean? Shout out Dave, man. We got our Skull Live that we do on Tuesdays, man.
Absolutely.
So you know, hey, listen, it's just getting started. So at the end of the day, you know it's gonna get popping real soon. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely gonna get popping real soon. As the season starts, we'll start bumping heads more. Believe me. Believe me.
Y'all been chill the first couple of
weeks.
We've
been chill the first 2 episodes because it's really nothing we can really bump. You know, we can't really bump right now. You feel me? But listen, we definitely gonna have some reason to bump after the season starts. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We will disagree. Like, that's one thing I can promise y'all is we will disagree. You know, so be ready.
That's and I can promise y'all this: I'm gonna have SK after that Philly game, one way or the other. Him trying to put Kirk Cousins above Jalen Hurts. I'm like,
oh yeah, So we got some spicy shows coming up,
So,
man. There's gonna be some arguments.
you know
what
what?
I'm saying? There'll be some
We all do
arguments.
content together. We love each other. We support each other. But that don't mean we all agree on the same thing over and over.
Exactly.
Nah,
Exactly, man.
nah.
But man, we had a good show tonight, man. We're gonna
Absolutely.
wind up getting up out of here, man. We've been on an hour and 25 minutes, man. And we appreciate all y'all, man. We love y'all, man. Listen, tomorrow's gonna be a big night. We got a couple shows going on. You know, me, Day. I mean, well, no, not Day. Me, SK, Yogi. We're doing the stream pregame, and then Yogi has the watch party over there. So y'all make sure y'all tapping in with that. Day, I'm sure is gonna drop some content tomorrow. I'm sure, right? Maybe
I'll probably
do
drop some
something.
on Sunday. I'll do a quick episode recap on Sunday, and then I'll be live Monday night
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock Central. So
Yeah, there we go. So we got a good schedule there, man. Shout out Gary tonight, man. Shout out My
Absolutely.
Worthless Opinion, K Fizzle, everybody, man, who contributed, man. Even if you didn't contribute money, man, hit the like button on your way out. If you forgot to do it, man, just make sure you hit the like button, because even after the show is not live, it still pushes it. So make sure you do that. Go over to Purple and Gold for Days and make sure you hit the like button over there. Show him the same amount of
Right.
respect, man. Shout out Sodak in the building, man, for sure. Hey, have a great weekend. Appreciate you, Sodak, man. Hopefully we see you tomorrow night for a little while. If you're available, tap in. You know.
Oh, who won your poll? Yeah, who won the poll? Who won the poll?
I think My Worthless Opinion. Shout out My Worthless
There you
Opinion.
go.
You won the poll.
There
You
you
know what
go.
I'm saying? Like, from what I see, My Worthless Opinion won the poll. So you made it to the next round, My Worthless. You gonna go up against Embrace the Suck, though, man. I ain't gonna lie. It might be a tough battle right there. So we're gonna see, man, on the next stream. We'll put a couple more names in there, man. Any cool names we see that's worth it. But shout out to My Worthless Opinion for winning the damn name
Congratulations.
right now, man. You know what I mean? For
And
sure,
let
man.
me do one quick more. I want to shout out everybody, and I mean everybody that has helped my channel get to 700 subscribers. You know, I'm a little bit behind our guy Rap, but that's okay because we not in competition. He's the goal I set myself for. But I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed and has been loyal, that show up in all of our chats on Purple and Gold for Days, on Purple Pocket Podcast, on Vikings First and Scold, on Purple and Scold Media, GG, Minnesota Sports Talks. Thank you so very, very much, because as we have always said, as much fun as it is doing a show with Rap, it's fun because you guys and gals are sitting there interacting with us as much as you do. I've been on other live shows where the chats are like basically nothing. And it's just like, okay, I understand why it's difficult for these creators to kind of just carry. Like you said, we're going to be for basically an hour and a half. And at the end of it, it's a lot easier to get through an hour and a half show. As much fun as we have together, that you guys are there supporting us. So we thank
Right.
I thank you for helping me get to 700, helping Rap get to 2,400. Let's keep growing this community, because when one of us wins, we all win. So thank you all very, very much. We appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all, man. We out of here. Skull
Good night.
Vibes, baby.